Yo, what's up, everybody? What's going on? It's the four black guys on election night. Put your fours up if you can. We
Oh,
got,
can y'all see him? There they go.
yeah, we can see them. We can see them.
Oh,
We can see
okay,
them.
there they go.
So y'all forgive us. We might be looking off screen every once in a while, but we promised we would be on election night, and here we are. We got we had James. He
Okay.
is he's gonna be probably coming in and out. He's out in the country. He's with Dr. Adia, I think it's what Dr. Adia Winfrey, who was running for office, Congress seat, District 3 in Alabama. So he's on site there, waiting for her results to come in. He's gonna be in and out, like I said. You know what we need to do, Lovejoy?
What's up?
We need a GoFundMe for Mario's computer and for James Fred to get a decent phone.
Hey, man, I'll be glad to sow into that endeavor.
So what we're gonna do, guys, is we're gonna have a GoFundMe for James's phone and Mario's computer. That's what we're gonna do.
That boy phone is just awful. I got mad with him last Saturday.
You did.
Man,
So, guys, please comment and share. What's up, McLeonard? Man, please like and share, man. Let us know who you pulling for tonight. It's an exciting night. It's a crazy night. Well, see, there he go. He left again.
that's gonna be all night.
So we can expect that from James for part of the night, man. So Lovejoy, you think we're gonna get it? We're gonna get a definitive tonight? What you think, Doc?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Absolutely.
I don't think Pennsylvania just started counting mail-in ballots today.
Okay.
So absolutely not. So I don't. The Biden and Harris side seem to think if they were able to win other key states, that the Pennsylvania ballots wouldn't necessarily they wouldn't need it. However, I just think we need everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But I don't think we're gonna call it. I don't think we're gonna be able to call it tonight.
So Ohio just tightened up. If you guys are watching, if Biden could pull off Ohio, this night would be over.
Yeah.
But it looks like it just tightened back up to less than a point percentage. So how was your? Well, you early voted, didn't you, Lovejoy?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I voted 3 weeks ago,
Mario. So Mario was able to come and join us, man. He's tired. He just got off the road. He looked like every bit of I just got off from work.
And look at the eyes on his skull cap. That's how he's looking right now.
Right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Man, Glennis said, James, put that Motorola razor on.
Hey, man, pull your microphone up, Mario.
It's not on. I'm on my tablet right now while my computer is acting stupid. So,
okay.
Can you hear me?
See, that's
can you hear me?
You know what I said, Lovejoy? We need a GoFundMe for Mario's computer and for James's phone. They both need to come up until at least 2020. By next year we can get them something. We can get them.
So y'all knew Trump won Indiana, right? Y'all already knew that.
Yeah, that's kind of expected. Of course, we knew that Trump was going to take probably Alabama eventually.
He did take Alabama.
So
non-electoral college votes. So he took Alabama.
So, but look, North Carolina is the one that looks real interesting, y'all, because Trump took that last time. Mario got the computer hot and running. Look at that, boy. Pull your microphone over, see if it works.
It took. Whew. I don't know what's going on, man. I gotta get it.
You gotta feed the mice in there. That's how they make the machine go faster.
You gotta do what now?
You gotta feed the mice that's in it so the computer can go faster.
Shut up,
man.
Which broadcast are you watching?
I'm watching CNN. What you watching, Lovejoy?
CBS.
Okay, CBS.
I tend to lean.
And I want to say hey to Nina. She waved at us. What's going on, girl? What's up, Carlton Mack? What's going on, McLeonard? It's good to see you again, bro. Elite Wonder. What's going on, man? How you doing?
What's up, Elite?
Elite.
My man.
What's the
He said who would call it? Somebody said Trump would call it.
Trump will call it.
Well, you know he's supposed to go live at 9.
Who?
It's not going to be a concession speech, but he just kind of they say he's going to go live at 9
To do
in
what?
the East Room.
Right. For what? Because we're not gonna know the results of this until the morning.
Absolutely. Well, I'm not even sure we'll know by the morning, Mario.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
I don't know, man. What's up, Mike? Elite Wonder said Mario. So how was your I know Lovejoy, you did early voting, right? You did mail yours in?
Yeah. I did absentee. I went actually stood in line about 3 weeks ago.
Really?
Okay.
I went today, man, and I posted it on my Facebook, man. When I said literally,
Can you turn your mic up a little bit, Doc?
oh, really? Oh, okay. Let's see what we got here. What about now? Can you hear
That's
me now?
good.
So, I went this morning, and I posted it on my Facebook. It was out of the building, around one side of the parking lot, and down the street a quarter mile.
Mm.
I mean, it took me about an hour and 45 minutes. And I was in line.
How was your experience, Mario? How was your experience?
It was gravy, man. I mean,
were you deterred by standing in line?
Hell no.
Andy?
No. I wasn't deterred. Not one iota. I went there with the expectation that I would probably have to wait in line.
Yeah.
So that didn't bother me at all.
That's good.
Here's the deal. The acting supervisor on my job sent out messages over the Qualcomm units, which are the onboard computers in our trucks. Yeah. And told us yesterday that if you plan on voting, plan accordingly, because you still have to be on time for work. I looked at the message, delete.
Yeah.
And because I was going to be in line however long it called for me to be in line to vote.
Yeah.
And legally or lawfully, an employer cannot hinder an employee from voting.
Yeah.
So I didn't feel bad about it 1 hour. When I got to work, about 6 or 7 of us were all pulling up around the same time, about 9:45. All of us were about 45 minutes late. A lot of us were late. So I didn't feel bad. Nothing was said. We came to work, did our jobs, went home, man. But
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Me and the wife, we went to we went to our polling place. We went to our polling place, and man, it was packed. I mean, dude, usually I can just show up, run in, do about 5-10 minutes in there, and run out.
That's normally how it is.
Dude, we was wrapped on the other side of the building, dude. And it only took us about an hour, which is good. I mean, I've heard some people were in line for 2 hours or 3 hours, but it wasn't like that for me, man. Me and my wife, we went in there. Now we were surrounded now. I mean, we was the only few chocolate spots in the line.
But given your demographic, though, Steve, that was to be expected. The area that you live in. Well, I don't know. I haven't been to Alabaster.
It is. It is to be expected.
Okay.
It's to be expected. You do have more black people moving.
Hey, what's up, guys? How's everybody doing?
Man, whatever with Motorola.
Yeah, he'll be out in about 30 seconds. Watch it.
Right. He gonna disappear.
Hey, you got a Motorola. Hey, you don't have a radio. You got a Motorola Droid,
What's up,
don't
man?
Hey, I almost scared to say
man.
something to him.
Me too.
Because he's gonna pop out.
I think it's fixed
air.
now, man.
You put it up in the air like an antenna. Maybe you'll stay on more.
Say, hold it up.
Hold it up.
Oh, that's
Hey,
funny.
man. I think I got it fixed now. I'm good.
Oh, okay. We shall see. You been on here longer than you have been.
You know, I had a conversation. I see Trump is winning Florida,
Yeah.
in Georgia, and Erica made a comment. She was like, "Well, Georgia is a black mecca." I said, "No, no, no.
No.
Nah.
Atlanta is a black mecca."
Right.
I said, once you get outside of Atlanta and that greater metro that surrounds Marietta and all that,
Yes,
I said Georgia is
Hickville.
rural white.
Yeah.
Hickville.
I said but Atlanta and those surrounding
I'm
areas.
podcasting all at the same time, guys. I'm sorry. Yes.
Right.
Hold on, Derek. There go Congresswoman.
Hey, Tracy.
Hey, Dr. Dia.
Hello. Hey.
We trying to do it all at one time over here.
Wait.
Tracy.
I feel you.
I ain't trying to call Doc out. She ain't drinking this.
Man, go on with that.
No,
Trey-
I'm messing.
But go ahead with your Georgia story, man.
But that was it, man. You think because Atlanta is in Georgia that you think, oh, Georgia's a rap. Georgia's a rap. No, Georgia's not a rap. Georgia's definitely not.
Yeah, it's still a red state.
Yeah, it's still a red state, but it's turning more and more purple every year. They say that every 4 years, though.
It is. So I mean, Alabama is too. If you look, Alabama is getting closer and closer.
It sure is.
I think
The thing with Alabama is that black people just don't come out and vote enough.
Right.
The black vote in Alabama is low. I think if
the
black
rural
people
black
turned
vote.
out and vote, yeah,
Say that again, Steve.
The rural black vote in Alabama don't show up.
Okay.
So I was gonna ask y'all, do y'all think and I know you say it's the rule, but do you think it has anything to do with the criminal justice system where systemically the black man can't vote here?
Well, check this out. Hold up. I'm gonna try to check this out though, for real. We went to, I want to say it was Clay County, and one of the polling places was the actual county jail. Bruh, how many black folks you think showing up at the county jail talking about giving their name to these people to vote?
Right.
We're gonna get their name to vote, and then we need to hold you. It's a warrant for your arrest.
It's like, hold up, Bubba.
Like, no-
you got quite a few outstanding warrants here.
Like, bruh, there were no black people at this polling place today. None.
Wow.
Hey, can I tell y'all a quick
I
little
think it's
story?
little stuff.
Can I tell y'all a quick little story what just happened to me today?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
So last night I had to go to court about that ticket, about my green hair. I had to go to court. I'm up all night because I can't sleep. And here's what's crazy. I haven't been in trouble. Back in the day, y'all know I used to be a knucklehead. And so we used to get into I didn't have to agree with that.
True.
But anyway, I used to get in a lot of trouble. And so last night I couldn't even sleep. And then I finally got to the courtroom, man, and they brought all them old memories back. And I hadn't been in trouble in years. Check this out. Been in trouble in years. And I got down there, man, and I got scared. I said, what if it was a warrant out for my arrest?
Right.
And that's the reason they got me down here. It's not really paid for a ticket, but it's a warrant for my arrest. What if I get in there and I get embarrassed? Pastor Lovejoy got arrested in the courtroom. Man, all these crazy thoughts was going through my head. So I can imagine if them brothers going to the prison.
Right.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's there mentally, man. Like, man, what these jokers set me up and I'm about to go to jail. So I honestly, man, I know how that feels. I probably wouldn't go over there. I'm like, man, forget that noise. I'm not going anywhere. I can stay at home. So now you just lost.
Right.
You just lost 2% of the population of the vote because the black man he's not going up to a prison to vote. Come on.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah.
Even in that, man, I want to share a story, but then I'm kind of I want to share it, but I don't want to share it, and I'm kind of tossed about it.
Go on and share. Is it embarrassing?
Come on with it.
To a degree, it is a little embarrassing, but
Is there any naked people in it?
no, there ain't no naked people in it.
Okay, well then go ahead.
Okay, so
Did you beat up? Wait a minute. Did you beat up any midgets?
no, I didn't go bowling with midgets. I didn't, you know.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead.
I'm really disappointed, man. I'm really disappointed, and I have to check myself to see where I may have dropped.
Hey, can you turn your mic up some, Mario?
Yeah, because you whispering tonight. You high as you can go?
Talk to me. Talk to me. Nope.
Yeah.
What about now?
There you
That's a
go,
lot
there you
better,
go.
man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. I want to hear this story.
So I said I'm really disappointed, and I really have to check myself to see if I am where I went wrong. Sent my daughter a text today. Well, I FaceTimed her. She didn't respond, and then she hit me with a text. She said, "I'm at work, but I voted this morning." I said, "Okay." She knew what I was calling for, and so I sent my son a text. Sent my son a text. I said, "You vote?" And I'm gonna read it to you. I said, "You vote?" He sent back. He said, "Let's not talk politics to stop arguments." I said, "Huh?" Exactly. I did the Dave Chappelle. Huh? I said, "That was a yes or no question." He said, "I'm having a good day. Are you?" I said, "So you haven't voted yet?" And yes, my day is going well. That's good. You off all day? I said, "No, I voted before work. Went in 45 minutes late to be exact. What about you? You vote?" "Yeah, my day good too." So he's avoiding me like the plague on this question, right? I said, "So either you didn't vote or you voted for Trump, racist ass. Either way, thumbs down." No response after that. I talked to my daughter, and my daughter said, I told her, I read off just like I read it to you. And she said, "Yeah, I talked to him earlier and I ended up chewing him out real bad." She said, "I cut him a new one." I said, he didn't vote today because he didn't like either of the candidates. So he chose not to vote. I thought about you,
Okay.
Jane. Vote. So rather than voting for the lesser of two evils, he just chose not to vote at
Not to
all.
vote.
And we have been having conversations for months leading up to this election and how important this election was. And he and I have been talking about just what's happening. You got this pro-black dad that's all about, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, where did I go
Right.
wrong? We've been talking about
You
this
did.
and the importance of this.
So why are you taking personal responsibility? Why do you think you did something wrong?
Right.
I don't know. Because
No, you didn't.
I understand. Here's what I understand. I understand he's a young man in what I call his dumbass 20 phases.
Yeah.
We all went through them. Love
Yeah.
Joy, you went through them.
Yeah.
I went through them.
Yeah.
We all
Yeah.
went through our dumbass 20 phases, and he's 22. He's right there in the thick of, I'm dumb as hell. I'm making a little money.
Yeah.
I think I'm grown by, you know what I'm saying? But really, you a teenager here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Legally, you're an adult, but you're still the teenager. You still have maturing to do. Because a mature man would have said, "It's my right, it's my duty to do this. I have to do this." And I had just made the comment earlier, and I said, too many people have died. Too many people have been dismembered, hanged, hung, one of them. you know, lives have been lost in order for us to have the right to do what we do. Right was
What's up, Tracy?
ours. Say that again.
Yeah. But Mario, can I say something to you right there, though?
Go ahead.
I think that's where we mess up.
Why?
We can give our kids the information.
Mm-hmm.
However, and I'm sure you trained your son this way. James, you're training your son. Steve, you're training your son this way. We should train our kids with this whole idea in mind that we're putting good stuff in them. At the end of the day, it's ultimately up to them at their age, at this stupid ass age,
Mm-hmm.
to make this important decision. We can't beat them because we can't beat it in them, because the moment we start trying to force feed them, they're gonna rebel every time.
Right.
So I just had this conversation with Asia just a few minutes ago. I said, baby, here's what Dad is training you. I said, I'm training you to make a very decisive decision about life and everything that holds.
Mm-hmm.
What you do with the information is completely up to you at a certain age.
Right.
So I don't think you did anything wrong. I just think it's exactly what you said. He's in that stage. Man, I'm telling you, 22,
Mm-hmm.
man, I look back at 22 between 22, okay, let me just say it, between 22 and 39.
Wow.
Your boy was just doing
Yes, sir.
reckless, man. Just reckless, bro. So I don't think that had anything to do with you, man. As much
My
as that
thing is this. Right, this generation, that generation that you're talking about, man, they are information driven. They are completely information driven. And if they don't have the information they need, then they're just not going to do it. And that's what I was talking about before. If they don't have the ability to make an informed decision, they're not emotional like we are. They don't have those emotional ties to the ancestors about what they did for us and all that. They don't have those ties. So if they don't have the information that they need to make an informed decision, then they're not going to. That's just point blank. And that's why you have so many people trying to get information out so they could have the correct information to make the decision that they needed to make. They don't have that emotional tie that folk died in March and all that.
Right.
They don't care nothing about that.
They don't care nothing about that.
Apparently, man.
Well, that's because they're one or two generations
We're
beyond.
2 generations away.
Right.
Right.
That was our parents' generation. So then
Exactly.
came us. Now it's them. So they're
Right.
2 generations out from the civil rights movement.
Right.
So they care nothing about Biden or Trump's ideology.
Well, not even
Right.
that. They don't even care about what our parents went through
They don't.
to do
Get
what
them
to
where they-
get that right to do what they do. We watched those
Right.
we watched those old black and white films that happened in Birmingham and say
Right.
that my daddy was my age when those was going on,
Know what
right?
happened. Exactly.
With the hoses and the dogs and all that
Right.
stuff.
They can't
Right.
relate.
They don't.
They
They
can't
can't
relate.
relate.
They
They
can't
can't
relate.
relate.
It's just simply information.
Right.
Right.
And they growing up beyond the MTV generation where
And-
Right.
And whereas we had firsthand accounts of what happened, we had those accounts directly from our parents. I can remember sitting down with my grands and great grands and hearing basically horror stories. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
yeah.
About things that white folks did to them and how white people would terrorize them. And so these were stories I grew up hearing, how they lost friends, how friends were white people would come and break into their houses at night and drag somebody out of the bed and go hang them.
Right.
Like
Right.
that.
But that actually, and I just want to emphasize that had absolutely nothing to do with you. Your
Okay.
son is at an age where he's making decisions now based off his perspective.
Mhm.
And if it doesn't relate to him,
Mhm.
you can miss him with that noise that you're talking. I don't care how much daddy you fuck,
Mhm.
I'm gonna make my own decision.
Mhm. Well, this will be one of those decisions I believe he'll look back in a few years and be like,
Right.
at some
He
point
might
he
look
gonna
back and say, I should have voted.
right. I
But
always
isn't that how we learn?
yeah.
Isn't
Yeah.
truthfully, be honest. A lot of mistakes we make, isn't that how we learn?
Right.
Yeah.
He's
You're
just
right.
following the same path.
But you know,
Unfortunately, if we would just listen to it, because I remember being up here like, man, Dad, you don't know what you're talking about, man, be quiet. Now I'm like, dude, I
the
see.
sad part, the
You
sad
had
part-
all the look. You had all the answers to the test. All I had to do was just,
right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's what I tell my kids a lot of times. I'm like, look, I've taken the test. I got the answers. I'm trying to give them to you. I said, and that's how I relay it to them. Life is a test. I got the answers. Now, every now and then, it's gonna throw you a curveball. But let me give you this answer sheet, and all you got to do is fill in the bubble. You know what I'm saying? Just here. That's one of the best deals I can give you. Just fill in the bubble. I got it.
But like I was going to say in response to James, if you're always looking at information, man, the best teacher has always been experience.
That's true.
And so a lot of these young people gonna fall flat on their face. They're gonna have the experience, the information, but not the wisdom on what to do with the information because they don't have experience.
But once again, Steve, you're talking about 20-year-olds.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
the wisdom isn't there again. The wisdom will come eventually, but right now, it's information they need.
Right,
period.
but that's the flaw.
So
that's the flaw.
whether it may be a flaw, it may be what we're seeing as a flaw, but we got to understand the generation that we're dealing with.
I understand.
They do not operate like we did. They don't have our parents as parents guiding them. You know what I'm saying? So they're not. This generation is based off of what they see on a screen. They're based off of what they can tweet and what they can IG and all that kind of stuff. So if it ain't coming through that,
James, I hear what you're saying. You're saying they don't have our parents, but they have us who are products of our parents. So if we are raising, what are we doing wrong? That's why I asked earlier, what are we doing wrong then?
okay, well, if you want to look at it from that point, then start sending your information through Twitter and Instagram.
Right.
If you want it to soak into their brain.
Hey, get
you know
a
what?
TikTok account.
I mean,
we laughing, but hey, James, President Obama just said that when he was running, and he had all these millennials run his campaign, and they kept using Twitter and Facebook to get the message out, and they was wondering why they wasn't using the traditional method. But that seemed to work because they were able to relate to that generation. And how did he win the presidency?
He won it through the social media.
He sure did.
Yeah,
so
he did. I agree.
Yeah,
I agree 100. I agree 100. You're right. You're right.
So all them black and white videos we used to watch, we need to put them on Twitter and put them on Instagram, so it soaks into them. If we really want them to try to get this information. Other than that, we just have to let them grow into it.
And I guess that's what I'm having a hard time doing. And I look at all of his outs. I look at all of their outside. Well, him in particular, 22-year-old man at a predominantly white institution. His friend base is more non-black than black.
So he might have actually voted for Trump and just definitely don't want to tell Daddy about that.
If he did, and I'm saying, well, maybe not, maybe, and I listen to him when we have conversations about politics and stuff like that, and how you can see the influence of the people that he hangs around in what he says. You know what I mean? And I'm like, son,
right?
I said your viewpoint has been skewed for some reason. I said I always want you to remember that you're a black man in this situation. Life for you will not be the same as it is for them white kids you hang with. It's a different ball game.
Right.
Yeah, all of y'all in college right now. and it's all fun and games and shits and giggles. Now, I said, but at some point, they're gonna go out into the corporate world. You know what I'm saying? And they'll become,
Exactly.
they'll become the executive white man. And let's see if they're the same person you remember from college. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There will be a shift. There'll be a change. I promise you it's coming. I promise you it's coming. But I listen to a lot of what he says and how much is influenced by the circle that he hangs with. And I just sit back and I shake my head and I'm like, at what point is it going to be an awakening? And I hope when he gets that awakening, it's not followed by death. You know what I mean? At the hands of
It's gonna
Right.
come through an experience that's gonna devastate them.
I know it. I know it's coming. I just hope it's something he can walk away from.
I want
That's
to
what
read a couple statements that our people have put out here. Ms. Kayana said, history isn't being taught to our kids nowadays. Black History Month, not even the same. I remember having Black History plays and celebrations in school. They're taking away from our kids. That's true. Black History Month was, because we
Well,
grew up with
that-
Black History. It was fresh for us. You know what I mean? When it came out, it was new for us.
Right.
So we
Right.
killed it every year. Jeremiah Thornton says, it ain't the fact that the parents are different. We just think through things differently from y'all.
Can I address that?
Let me finish reading it. When I'm messing that up.
Where you at? We get it. It's our right to vote. But
Right.
if you've paid attention to the candidates, there's no win in the situation. A 5-year-old can understand that. If it's our right, then we should have the right to not use it. Okay, Jeremiah Thornton.
Who said that? Who said that? That comment?
Jeremiah Thornton.
Jeremiah
Let me
Thornton.
go first. And I'm not
Okay.
gonna kill him, but let let you understand this. I bet you 5-1. Little Billy Bob, that's that those white boys that's hanging out with my son at that PWI, bet money they ain't saying what you saying. Bet money they're casting their vote for Trump because that's what mom and daddy taught them. Bet money they casting their vote for, but all of a sudden, our black millennials, our word ain't good enough as a parent. We got to make our own decision and this, that, and the other. But I bet money little Billy Bob out there voting for Trump.
Right.
Or you understand what I'm trying to say? I bet money they casting their vote for him. Bet money.
Yeah. Yeah.
James?
Mario, you're right. But again, we have to look at the difference in the kids. So you have the younger white kids whose parents really and truly believe in what Trump is doing, and that's being passed down to their kids. Where you have black parents who are only voting for Biden because he's the lesser of two evils.
Okay.
So you see the difference in what's being said in the house and what's being actually passed to the kids. So basically, I'm telling my child, I don't even believe in what Biden is doing. He's just not Trump. So that's why, and these kids aren't going for that. They're not dealing with that. They're not going to do it. They want the information. They feel like that they'll vote for whoever they feel like is best for them, whether it's Trump or Biden. That's why you have a lot of younger black men that are voting for Donald Trump because they feel as though Trump has their interest at heart, which is stupid, but that's what they feel.
Mm-hmm.
And because the only thing their parents can tell them is, no, you need to vote for Biden because he's not Trump. or no, you need to vote for Biden because, well, Biden's racist too, and Biden doesn't care about us, but he's better than Trump. That can't fly. Not when these white kids' parents are laying out this stuff that Trump has done, and you have black people that are laying out stuff Trump has done for black people. But you don't have the people on the other side doing the same thing.
But if
So-
you look, but if you're a thinking person, sit back and look at the climate of the country right now.
They don't care about that because right now they're young enough and their climate is intertwined. It's intertwined, black and white. It's intertwined. They don't see it.
Mhm.
You understand what I'm saying? They're not seeing it in their everyday life. Yeah, they see what's happening on TV,
Mhm.
but it's not happening around them. So they're not thinking about that.
Mm. I hear you, man. I hear you. I do.
I mean,
hear
I
you.
get your point. It's not the ideal situation, but that's why I have a problem with people consistently saying the lesser of two evils. How do you expect people to make a decision based off of that? You can't even give a reason why
Mhm.
that somebody should vote against Trump. Your only reason is it's the lesser of two evils. To me,
Okay,
that's an
well,
ignorant
but
vote.
you can't really give a reason to vote for Trump. But look,
But they do, and they can. They have been.
well, here's the
They-
deal. They're selling them on the team then. So basically we need to raise our kids if we want them, we need to raise them to vote Democratic regardless.
That's what a lot of people are doing. That's what my daddy did with us.
Because that's what's happening in a Republican household. They're selling them, and I'm going back to my analogy, Alabama and Auburn, Republican Democrat. For most Republicans, it's just about my team, regardless of who the coach is.
Exactly.
I'm still riding with my team, even though my coach is trash. I'm still gonna ride with my team. So is that what we need to do to our kids coming up? We need to sell them on the team. I think that's what our parents did with us.
It is. That's what my dad did. You vote Democratic. I don't care who it is. You don't even have to look at the name.
Water.
Right.
You vote Democratic. Why? Because they look out for the poor man. They look out for the black man. They look out for the working man.
That's it.
So, okay, yeah.
Like I
Okay.
say, I get what you're saying. It's just that this day and age, man, it's too hard to try to do this. So as parents, we can't do nothing but put the information out there, instill some values in the kids, and then they're gonna make their own decisions. Hopefully, they're informed decisions.
Mhm.
That way, I've had my son come to me and ask me questions, but I have the information to be able to answer these questions. I can tell him when he comes to me saying, I heard that Trump did this. I can give him the real facts on it. I can tell him, no, son, Trump did not pull money out of the air to give to HBCUs. No,
Right.
son, the Prison Reform Act that Trump signed was actually just a rendition of something Obama had already started. I can give him these facts.
Mhm.
But if parents can't do that, then the kids are left to make the decisions themselves. And if the decision is on the surface, it looks like Trump is for me, you get what's going on.
Okay.
Because the only information we have is Biden is the lesser of two evils.
Hey, can I cut in real quick?
Go ahead.
Texas seems like Trump gonna pull Texas. Seems like
He gonna pull Texas.
It flipped back red.
Yep.
It was blue. It was blue for the longest.
50.8%.
A lot of it flipping red, dude.
Yeah.
Mm.
Trump wins Alabama. Knew that.
That's no surprise.
Yeah, that ain't surprising at all. Like I say, black people, we don't vote in this state, and it's working with this campaign that I'm at now. I've actually seen it. Black people don't turn out.
Thanks, Kick. Thanks,
Right.
Key.
And like Steve said, in these rural counties, man, especially, like I say, when you got polling places at county jails, I mean, that's just a good way to keep black people from voting. It's a real slick way to do it without it being illegal. You know what I'm saying?
Or just which people were aware. Do you see how they tried to suppress our vote so much this year?
Yep.
Yeah. And I understand that the reason they're trying to suppress our vote is because our vote does matter. I don't think people have adopted that concept that they keep saying, well, it doesn't matter. I had someone tell me it's about the electoral college vote, that why am I voting? Because my vote don't have a voice. Yeah. And I just think that's the farthest thing away from the truth. And I listened to something James said the other day, that if the rural community would get out, we possibly can flip Alabama to be blue.
Right.
If we would get out. And I'm sure there's a lot of people who just say, man, I'm going to watch my favorite show. I don't care about this. I'm not voting today. I'm not going to stand in line. None of that stuff. So they have their reasons, and they're not justified, except they're just not going to. And so,
man, I ain't into politics like that.
Ain't into politics.
I ain't into that.
But to
them,
me,
look, them folk gonna do what they want to do anyway.
Yeah.
But to me, you are giving up, and I hate that, man, because politics may not mean nothing to you, but you know what I'm saying.
It means something to you, whether you know it or not.
Whether you wear it is affecting, some of y'all child support. It affects how you go to jail, how long you go to jail. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It affects how you get paid. It affects your life. And to bury your head in it, man, I'm like, man, you giving up on life.
That's just it. But think about it though, Steve. We don't talk enough about the local elections. We don't talk enough about that voting is going to affect the judge in your area that you might have to go see about your child support. We don't talk about the congressperson that has to go to Washington and represent you. The only thing we focus on is the presidency.
That's true. I mean, I agree with you to a point, but also there's a point that I'm gonna be honest, and some of y'all might get mad at me. Is, man, black folks don't go look for the information either. No. If it's not sexy, if it's not about bling bling, if it's not about WAP, and if it's not about who the best basketball player is, man, some folks don't even. Black folks will look at the stats of a basketball player, then find out who is running for a seat in their town.
Yeah. That's true.
You know what I'm saying? And so my thing is, to me, it just sounds like, it sounds like some crap to me. You go look for the best Jordans, but you won't go look for the things that's going to affect your life for the next 4 or 5 years. Right. It's Educate
like
yourself,
caught up in the trifle.
Say that again, Steve. I'm sorry. He's up 52% in Pennsylvania. What did you just say? I'm sorry.
I don't know. I was talking.
And he'll say he's saying we will get caught up with the trifles of life, and clothes, shoes, the BS of life. That's more important than making a decision that has direct effect on your life.
Or long-term effect too.
Long-term effect,
right.
Yeah.
So now look, this goes back to Trump naming his plan the Platinum Plan. Not come alongside the black people, not something inspirational. He named it something shiny for you ignorant folk that don't go out and look for nothing. Oh, it's platinum. Let me go see what this look like. Because he knew how to sell to y'all. Because y'all, if he named it something generic as help the black community plan, y'all wouldn't go look for that.
Or
am I telling the truth? Or lift every voice. If he named it something black, y'all been like, man, I don't want to hear that. But he named it Platinum Plan because he knows y'all would go look for that junk.
Wow, Steve.
No, but they still didn't go look. But here's the thing, though, they still didn't go look at it. We don't, as black people, we don't look for. Ice Cube had his own plan, though.
I know. I'm just.
You got to remember that. But you got to think about it, though, man. As black people, we don't get information for real. We look at stuff on the surface and just run with it. Most people didn't even look at the plan. Only thing they did was saw he had a plan for African Americans and said, "Ooh, we like Trump." They never even looked at it. Had no clue what's in it. Have no clue what it said.
Mm.
And I know that from talking to people. They have no clue. They just knew that there was a plan, and that's it. And that's what I'm saying. And these are adults I'm talking about. I ain't talking about kids. I'm talking about adults, grown folks
Right.
that should know better. You know what I'm saying? Who
Right.
still don't want to seek information. A
What's that old
lot of
adage?
people.
If you want to hide something from black people,
Put it in the book.
Exactly.
Put
I
it
don't have
in
a
the
problem with people. I don't have a problem with people not liking Trump. But if you want to convince our kids on why they shouldn't vote for him, then you need to know why you don't like him. You need to be able to tell them why you don't support Trump and why they shouldn't support Trump and why they should support Biden or somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And we don't do that. We just tell them he's a racist. Okay, mom, dad, tell me what he said that makes you think he's racist. Oh boy, shut up. I ain't gotta go into all that. Well, yes, you do. Because this child is looking to you for information so they can make a decision.
Right.
And if they don't get it from you, they're gonna go to the internet and find that bull crap that everybody putting out there.
Right. Right. Damn.
so James, you know what I did with Asia, even with that Trump 2020 hat,
Uh-huh.
and she was very disturbed. So I went up to her room and I sat down. I said, "So tell me, explain to Daddy why you're so upset, because I wanted to hear her ideas and what she was thinking concerning Trump, and I wanted her to be able to articulate why she felt the way she felt."
Right.
I did not want to sway her ideas. I wanted her to be able to come to some formal conclusion on her own. So she told me, she says, "I don't think he stands for our ideas." And I said, who are you talking about when you say our? And she said, the black female. He's against this. And I said, well, why do you feel that way? Give me some scenarios to express how you feel the way you feel.
Right.
But I didn't go in her room trying to make her believe what I believe. My generation thinks completely different from hers. I wanted her to formulate her own conclusion about why she felt the way she felt about Trump.
Right.
And Biden. Not just Trump, but and Biden.
Right. Why do
So-
you like him?
Yeah.
Right.
Mm.
And that's the
So,
way
yeah,
it should be done. That's the way it should be done. We have to give them the information and make sure they seek it out and make sure they know it,
Right.
so they can make these informed decisions.
But we
Mario
have to
like your
inform
son.
ourselves first.
Exactly.
What'd you say, Steve?
Exactly.
We some parents have to be informed themselves so they can inform their kids.
Absolutely.
And that's what I'm telling you, that's what these Republicans are doing. They are informing their kids. They grow them up Republicans.
Right. Right.
They have little clubs and stuff they put them in and all that at a young age.
All of that stuff shapes shapes how they think, how what they believe.
And can I say something? Can I say something you folk really ain't gonna like? Check
Yeah.
this out. Even their churches teach them that.
Absolutely.
Of
You better
course.
believe it. You better believe it. Absolutely. Absolutely.
While we praying
Steve.
for a miracle,
Steve.
while we hook up a sign,
Steve.
and I'm gonna get in trouble tonight. While
Steve.
we doing all this, look at while we searching for miracles and hook up a sign and throwing oil, they over there teaching their kids skills. They over there teaching their kids how to run a business,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
creating miracles, creating jobs,
Mm-hmm.
instead of waiting on a miracle. And I need a miracle to come through right now to pay a bill. No, they teach their kids
No.
how to be entrepreneurs and believe in God.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Steve.
How to fake it real good.
So I heard because I ended up going to a white church at the church in Decatur, Alabama. I learned some things, how they train the kids' mind. And like when we shouting and bucking and dancing,
Mm-hmm.
what they learn over there is, hey, Sister Ruth Ann, she 89 years old, but she loved her church so much. she left the church an insurance policy. So when she died, the church pays for her funeral, but the church also is left with $2.9 million. And y'all thinking the church doing their family a favor? I said, no, we'll take care of the burial expenses. No, Sister Ruth Ann left the church a policy. They can at least pay for the burial. But guess what? Now the church in the black with $2.9 million. That's the kind of stuff that they teach. We so crab minded. I ain't reading that church my money. But they want the church to be set up in such a way that the church succeed. And then they got generational wealth passed down. Y'all see that?
Yep.
We don't do that in the church. And that's business minded. And you're right, Steve. It's a little clique. And they teach their kids, all right, so you know Trump. Trump has made it to where we won't get taxed like this. And so their mindset is, if I make this much money, if I do this right here, then we're going to be good. So the rich keep getting richer and the poor keeps getting poor. Because we over on bucking and shouting and putting them in E flat, and they over there teaching them economic development.
Right.
So yeah, they're gonna vote Republican. Yeah, they think Trump the savior. Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, Carlton, I'm gonna respond to this, man. We've been talking about this.
We've been
Carlton.
talking about this. I just read that. I saw that. We've been having this conversation.
Yeah, this is an ongoing conversation, Doc. So yeah, this is not a new conversation we've had before.
For the next election, this is the conversation that
Yeah, it's basically what we all wrapped around most of the time.
Right.
Yeah.
Where did James go? He done totally lost us.
I'm looking at him. Oh, he put the phone down.
Yeah. He must want to go get some more apple juice. They done called New Mexico for Biden.
Yeah.
So if you're watching it, guys, Electoral College, Biden is at 94, Trump's at 72 currently. I know some of y'all are not watching it. Y'all, I understand. If I would, this is my kind of football right here. This is my football. Everybody get excited about football. Nah, this is it for me.
Okay. So Biden is still up as far as electoral votes is concerned.
Yeah, but we're still waiting on Ohio and Florida and North Carolina.
So we didn't get North Carolina yet? I thought we did. We still ain't got North Carolina yet? Nope. Okay.
And we're still waiting on Florida and Georgia, but Florida is still.
Yeah.
Whew, I'm so sick of Florida. I want to say this public. I'm sick of Florida. If you live in Florida, I'm sick of you. I've been sick of you since Bush and them hanging chads. Them hanging chads and all them other chads. Sick of y'all.
But it looks like it's gonna be a Democratic House, though, y'all.
Yeah, they got the House. I think the Democrats got the House, dude.
Yeah.
So, guys, if y'all watching, can y'all let us know how was your voting experience today? If you went out, let us know how it went.
Man, that dude. Hey, man, I'm like Mac now. Man, put that razor up.
Put that razor up. You got that old folding razor.
If you need more room, there's one at that table too. You want to sit down?
Hilarious, yo.
He said we need the Senate.
I think we got it. Honestly.
You think we're gonna flip them?
I think we will. It looks like we losing in Georgia, though.
No, only 56% is in, dude. Only
I know. I'm saying, but that's what I'm saying right now. So, but we still hadn't got Fulton County yet. So,
right,
that make a world of difference, y'all.
Right.
Yeah. If it's Fulton County, is us.
Yeah. Oh, he got Biden getting Arizona?
Yeah.
We'll see.
You watching CBS, right?
Yeah, he watching
CBS. Yeah.
Get over there.
What you watching, James?
I'm watching CNN.
I'm looking at CNN and MSNBC.
You know, CNN, they playing it real close, dude. You know, they called that one election and got embarrassed.
Yeah, I don't trust them anymore.
You don't.
I don't trust TV anymore. Because remember, they gave it to Hillary before the
Yeah.
night was over, and then they came back, they were sweating.
Right.
Yeah. What is CBS now?
94% in for Florida.
WVTM.
Who leading though, Steve?
Trump.
Yeah. At
Trump
what
is in
percent?
Florida right now. Yeah.
He really need to get Miami-Dade. He needed Dade County, man.
That's us.
That's us, but you know that's us and Hispanics.
Hispanics.
But you know them folks that come over from Haiti and all them other folks came over from socialist countries.
Yeah, but can they vote? Are they citizens?
Some of them are.
Okay.
You know when you keep calling Joe Biden a socialist, that freaks them out
Well, how so? What do you mean?
because they come from some of their countries are socialist.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I get you.
Tuberville wins the Senate race.
Oh, you serious, bro?
Yes, Tuberville wins the Senate race. Damn.
Oh boy. Man, my heart just dropped because I wanted Doug to get it, man.
Yeah, me too.
When do you?
Yeah, he's gonna push that Trump narrative. I guarantee you.
He says he's a rubber stamp for Trump.
That's what he said.
Now here's the deal: is this a foreshadowing of things to come?
Yeah, that you know what, Mario?
Right.
I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but that's what it looks like.
Ooh.
So
60.2%.
I got strapped today.
Gentlemen, Steve,
Yep.
hold on a
Let's
minute.
talk about that.
Okay.
I have a gentleman that would like to be a guest real quick just to talk about some things, if you guys
Okay.
don't mind.
Okay.
Hold
You
on a
gonna put
second.
him on that razor?
Huh?
You
up,
you gonna
man.
put him on that razor?
Well, let him talk on your razor.
On
Shut
that
up,
flip
man.
phone?
Just be
That's a
quiet.
bag phone. He ain't got no flip phone. He got them old bricks that we used to have.
Shut up,
Yeah.
man. Hold on.
Yeah.
Them old bricks.
Listen,
Yeah.
man. Ain't nothing wrong with my phone. My phone is good. I'm having trouble plugging the charger in, but hold on.
See, because you got that brick.
The phone that used to be in that Velcro bag.
I just have one question. Well, I'm gonna make a quick statement on behalf of the Winfrey campaign. First off, thank y'all for letting us come on your show. But how much longer does the state of Alabama have to be backwards? Not
Have to be
just
back-
party affiliate, but just in general, being backwards. Like, how do we say we want change and we still getting the same thing? I don't understand this.
I don't know if I do either.
We got a
man.
no nonsense, don't know nothing about politics as a U.S. senator now.
Football coach.
football coach. I ain't mad that he's a football coach, but you don't know anything about. But neither does the president. Let's be
Right.
honest.
Right.
Right. Listen, so we got two dum-dums running the world right now.
Right.
You're presupposing that this stuff's supposed to make sense.
See,
Yeah.
but what's amazing to me is that you got dumb people electing dumb people.
Absolutely.
Right.
That's the way to put it, Steve.
Damn, that was good, Steve. Dumb
Dumb people electing dumb people.
people. Tuberville.
Like,
Really?
and what? Like, did we miss the convention of idiots meeting with idiots? Like, I'm just trying to figure this out.
But check this out. Check this out, man.
apparently.
Check this out. If you look at the education system over the past, 10, 15 years,
Mhm.
you can see the dumbing down of America. So it makes it easier to have the bar lowered across to get ahead.
Absolutely.
Wow.
If
was
you've been
good.
paying attention to the educational system over the past 10 to 15 years, you can see how the dumbing down of America makes the elite look great.
Right.
Mm.
Unfortunately, though, I don't see a hero anywhere into this story unless Joe wins. I don't know. Like, it's mind blowing to me. Like,
Well, bro,
it makes you kind of scratch your head and try to figure out where did we go wrong.
Well,
I don't
history told us that.
say
So
that
what?
again, Tony.
That's history has shown us that we've been going wrong for over 500 years,
Right.
and probably further back than that. But one thing I want y'all to know, take a note of is the white community.
Say it again.
The white community is being consistent. I want y'all to see this. They're being consistent. They're gonna stand with each other. They'll talk about each other like a dog,
Exactly.
but they're gonna stand with each other. I don't care how dumb you think they are, and that it's obvious that they're dumb. Guess what they're gonna do?
They're gonna stand together. They're gonna unify.
They're gonna unify
Yeah,
under one cause.
Absolutely.
absolutely.
And it don't have to make sense to anybody else, as long as it makes sense to them.
What is it that? And once again, let's go back to the conversation that we had earlier. What is it that we are not doing with our
Hold on
kids?
a second. We gotta wait for James. Let me mute him.
Yeah.
Say what now?
We had to meet you because you was trying to plug in your headphones, just making all kind of noise.
Oh.
Go ahead, Mario. All right.
What is it
Wait, before you do that, New Hampshire's been called for Biden.
Good deal. I expected New Hampshire and Massachusetts and all of those.
But Louisiana, Kansas, Utah have gone to Trump and Kansas. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Go ahead, Doc.
What are we doing wrong? What are we not teaching our children that what are we missing?
Mario, you gotta stop taking this stuff personal, man.
James, I'm not taking it personally, but at some point it's got to get passed down to the generation behind us that we need to learn how to unify.
And knowing you and knowing the man that you are, I'm sure you passed everything to your kids, that every bit of knowledge that you have to your kids. Now it's up to them to do with that knowledge what they see fit.
But as a people, as a collective people here in the United States,
Oh, you talking about black folk?
I'm talking about black folk. Like
Oh,
I'm piggybacking off of what Lovejoy was saying. White people know how to unify around, even though it's a stupid cause, they're going to unify. When is that going to sink in our heads? When? At what point? When are we going to?
When we are as Steve said, when we are no longer worried about who's the GOAT between LeBron and Michael Jordan, when we are no longer worried about who has the best walk, then we'll get it. But until then,
it's a long time coming in, because we are constantly fed BS on a daily basis to keep us distracted from what's actually important.
So here it is.
there you go.
So here it is, Mario. Here it is. You have to
Okay,
change your diet. We have to change our diets.
We have to change our
And
diet.
the only way for us physically and mentally and spiritually, you have to change your diet. Like when I first, now you make fun of me, Mario. When I first became a Christian, I threw away all my secular music. I threw it all away because I had to
You were
change-
saved.
I was saved.
Hey, say,
I mean, I had CDs, tapes. I mean, I had some good stuff. But I had to change. Lovejoy knew me back then. I had to change my diet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so when you change your diet for taking in crap to getting information that's going to help you, that's when we change. See, but let me tell you something. The media and all that entertainment will feed you what you want to be fed. How about that?
Right.
If they think that
They
they
give
can
you what you want.
if they think they can make money on WAP, and if they think they can make money on ignorant stuff, they'll keep putting it out there for you to keep eating. because they're gonna get their change.
But it's like it's constantly fed to us. It's fed to
Yeah.
us, purposely fed to us to keep us distracted.
Because we keep
It
eating it.
is.
Hey, can
It is.
you put what Mac Leonard put? I wanna say something to that because I believe that's the problem.
We've been
It's
slaves.
generational.
Huh?
I think it's generational. If you go back and read Willie Lynch
Mm-hmm.
and the idea of how he sent letters out to other white
Slave owners.
men and said, if you keep them this way, it'll be generational. It'll last generation. It'll last over, I think he said 250 years or 500 years, that this mentality that we have, if we can keep them against each other, even the Bible says a house divided against itself will not stand. So if we can keep them divided, we don't have to worry about them. They can continue to build their empire because we're still going to be fighting each other. So I think the source is, I agree with all y'all saying, but I think the source is, I think there's something that has been trained or has been placed in our head to make us the way we are. We would have a Cadillac driving up to a trailer park. Our mindset is different. And there has to be somebody who's going to come along and teach us to change our diet, how we ingest information. That's what I believe. Maybe I'm wrong, but I
ain't saying that.
think that.
I understand that it's generation. It's a generational thing. It's been passed down from generation to generation.
Let's see. Nanina said today's youth are also very much into drama, and anyone who can put on a show and who is more a performer than that fool is sad, but it's true. That's true.
Today's youth also very much into drama and on a show and who's more circus. Okay. Well, Steve. Well said, Lovejoy. What did you do in order to prepare yourself for what may be coming?
Me?
No, Steve.
Oh,
I got a piece.
yes.
He
Talk
got
about that, Steve. Talk about that.
So,
That you're exercising your right to bear
yeah, man. So me and my wife, we went and voted, and we already got our permits to conceal and carry here in Alabama. And wife was like, well, let's go get it. Let's go get it. We've been talking about it for 10 years. And Mario I've been talking about it forever. He knows that I've always been, not the one to have a gun and been a pacifist and all that. Did you freeze, Mario? Okay, he was standing real still. And so we went out, man, and Mario suggested that we get to look at a Smith & Wesson. And we went out to the academy. And we purchased a Smith & Wesson today.
SV9.
Yeah, an SV9. And the wife liked it, and so we also bought a safe because we got kids in the house. So
right.
So
Steve, what made you pull the trigger? No pun intended. But what made you just go ahead and do it? What were you feeling? What were you feeling?
Well, that's a good question, man. Because like I said, me and my wife, we've been toying with it for years, but we're in a climate now, Tony.
Yeah.
And we're in a climate to where, man, I gotta protect my home. And I don't think nobody's gonna bum rush my home. We live in a pretty decent neighborhood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
You're surrounded by Trump supporters.
But I'm surrounded by Trump supporters, man. And I didn't know how this night was going to go, and I still don't know how emboldened these Trump supporters, if Trump wins, how emboldened they're going to be.
Very.
You know what I'm saying?
If
'cause,
they're
you know,
bold
they already
enough
got-
to chase this girl off the road, you heard about you heard right. These boys in these pickup trucks with the Trump flag on the back chase the girl off the interstate.
Oh, bro, they've been riding. We've been all over the place. They've been riding and flying them flags high, baby.
Right. They chased down the Biden bus the other day in Texas. They ran it off.
Saw that.
So I don't know how emboldened these idiots are going to be. And to be honest, Tony, like I said, I believe I've always been a man of peace. I've always been a man of wisdom, logic, and wit, and I've been able to talk myself out of a whole lot of fights. You know what I'm saying? Just out of that. And bring peace to a situation. I've de-escalated a lot of fights in my life, but I believe that we are entering into a situation, man, to where I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that anymore. Because these
Listen,
people,
say it the way black folks can understand it. We're entering into a time where you may have to bust a cap in a nigga.
but no, not a nigga.
Not a nigga.
I'm in a cracker. You know what I mean?
Excuse me, bust a cap in a cracker. There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, did I say that
you-
too loud?
As long as I've known you, Steve, you've always been the cat that you are so mellow. Even I can't even remember time you just snapped. I really have.
I've seen it one time.
One time, yeah. So
Let me tell you something.
see what I'm saying, Mario? But that's even rare. And for a guy like you who's so diplomatic and who resolves conflict with
You gotta get him talking about the evangelicals.
well, but my point is though, if Steve is doing it,
Right.
dude, I may need to go out and buy 4 tomorrow. If Steve, when he posted that picture, I was like, oh hell. I'm going to Mike's now because Steve got a gun. And I'm like, what the hell going on around here? But when it gets to that point, you see my point? When it gets to that point where Steve's around Alabama and around the world start taking notice, say, hey, it's time to strap up. I think we need to start taking notice of that, man, because something is happening, man. Something's going to happen. So that's the reason I asked you that, Steve. What just made you pull the trigger to just go ahead and get the gun?
Yeah, I gotta protect my family, Lovejoy.
Yeah,
I
I get
gotta
it.
protect my family.
I get it.
God, read, James.
No, that was me that time.
Oh,
Okay. Let me tell you something, man. I had a lady hit me up on Facebook, and she thought it was sad. She thought it was real sad. She's like, and I'm like, I'm like, unfortunately, I had to do it. And she was like, I told her, I said the same thing I said to y'all. By nature, I'm diplomatic and a pacifist. But she's like, well, you should have just bought your gun and not posted it on Facebook. And I'm like,
that's your business.
I'm like, well, that's none of your business. But even I tell the truth, and then even my mother hit me up and she said, you shouldn't have, I'm not the type of person that would do that. I want to be smart with my mom and tell, I ain't you, but
Right.
but my thing, my what came to me in response was to that is like everybody has alarm signs in their front yard.
Mm-hmm.
And that alarm sign gives that criminal or that person that would do me harm a chance to make a decision.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And that's what I told her. I was like, I'm posting this like there's an alarm sign in my front yard saying, I got an alarm on this house. You might want to think about not trying this house.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that's why I posted it.
Yeah.
To inform people, I am a pacifist and people know that I'm diplomatic and, you might want to call me soft or whatever. But
Hold on, fellas. I'm coming.
Honestly, Steve, sometimes I really wish I was you. Because I'm going to go from 1 to 10 in 2 seconds. And I wish, and I'm getting better. The older I get, I'm getting better with that.
Yeah.
But I've always wished I could just speak to a situation like you and have calm and cool head. But me, I'm going there. You take me there, I'm going there with you.
Mhm.
So I've always, and I don't want to use the word envy you, but you have a self-control that's bar none more than anybody I know.
Right.
Because I'm telling you now, you walk up on my porch. I'm cocked and loaded, and we ain't talking. We'll talk after we'll talk after I enter the first clip. We'll talk then. But
Right.
I just don't get it because you got those babies there, you got your wife there, and you just don't know what's going to trigger a person
Right.
to do any dumb thing. And so you just need to be prepared.
Right.
Mhm.
Because they're not thinking sensibly. They showing all that crazy stuff on Facebook.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
Everywhere else. So I'm letting you know, you show up here if you want to, it's going to be a bad day for you.
Right. I mean, you got these folks out here, man, these Trump supporters, man, they got their AR strapped all around them, and they got their full camo. They're big and bad enough to show what they got. Why can't I?
Why is it right? There is always a problem when a black man takes pride in who he is or
Yeah.
tries to. It's always a problem with white America when a black man takes pride in himself.
Yeah.
For some reason, it's their job to make us keep our heads down, to make us be submissive and passive.
Right.
You understand? So the minute you stick your chest out and realize who you are, then they have a real problem with you.
Yeah. I agree with that. I agree with that. But I'm not the one.
The hell no.
I'm not the one.
And I was a passive cat for a long time. I realized that, you sit back and you look at yourself over your life. I was a passive cat for a long time. I was the go along to get along guy. I was the guy that could, I wanted to make peace in the room. Ain't that guy no more. I ain't been that guy for a long time. After I crossed a certain age, I was like, I was busy trying to be the gentleman that my mom raised me to be. And at some point I had to become the man that my dad made me, raised me to be. That was a different thing. My mama raised me to be a gentleman. My dad taught me to be a man, and all things that come along with that aggression, that you step too close, I'll knock you the F out, da 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 da.
Yeah.
I had to turn that switch on.
But doesn't it feel better that you can be yourself and don't give two shits about what a person think of you?
Dude, I love it. That's
freedom.
That's
Right.
freedom.
That is freedom.
That's freedom.
Yeah.
That's free. Because my wife is like, my wife will love you gonna say that on the air. You say that, oh, you did it. And it is what it is.
Yeah.
You got folk listening to you that, and this is what you get. This is me. Either you ride with it or you don't.
And I'm okay if you don't like me.
I'm okay if you don't.
Right.
But bro, guess when I got to that point?
When?
This year.
Are you
Right.
serious?
Yes, man.
Yeah.
I got to that point this year because I realized I was helping people and people were still burning me. And then I said, you know what, man? I'm a preacher, but I like to cuss.
I'm talking about like to cuss a lot.
Right.
Really?
James, you ain't gonna be just popping in and out and then come in.
Hey, James, he got the multi-syllable cuss words.
Right.
I'm like,
Hey,
Tom,
what's crazy is though, I
you know how to know more than I do.
between when I start cussing. And I don't let anybody tell me, you're a preacher. You call yourself a preacher. I said, well, so what the hell you call yourself? You can tell me how I'm supposed to act. How the hell you supposed to act?
Right.
And my favorite thing is, get the F out of here now. So I'll say that in a minute to end. I'll say it in a minute. Say it in a minute.
My go-to is your mama. That's
Right.
normally my
Hey,
response.
I said I was gonna start adopting that, James.
Your mama.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But yeah, but Love Joy, that was one of the most freeing things. And I came, in all honesty, I'll be honest with you. It was, I think, when I turned 40.
Yeah.
For me, it was when I turned 40.
Okay.
I got to a point where, and my brother said something to me that kind of clicked the light bulb. Boy, I got to give him credit for some. Boy, God,
You
Here
ain't
we
never
go.
hear the end of
Here we
that.
go.
oh boy. But he's he said I was going through a divorce at the time, and what he said
Say
clicked
what now?
across.
Wait a minute. Whoa. You said you was going through what?
I was going through a divorce.
You were?
Yeah, this is my second marriage. You didn't know that?
No,
My
absolutely
kid.
did not. I was going to ask you, does your wife know that? Okay. That's
What?
what I was going to ask, did your wife know you were going through a divorce with her? That's okay. All right, continue. Go ahead.
I was 40, James. 40. I'll be 50 next year.
Yeah, I know you're old, but I just didn't know.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
Okay.
He got a good signal. Now he on one.
Right now he on one, but
You can't see him though. He frozen.
On frozen though. But I was going through a divorce at the time, and I was busy trying to play. I was still trying to be a gentleman. I was still trying to be that nice guy in the situation. And my brother was like, "Hey man, you're going through a divorce. There's always going to be a good guy and a bad guy in the situation. And 9 times out of 10, the bad guy's gonna be the man in the situation." He said, "Go on, embrace that shit and do what you need to do to make sure you come out okay."
Yeah.
And when he said that, I was like, ding. You know how just the light bulb go ding?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Take care of your own ass. You got to take care of your own ass right now. You see what I'm saying? I said, okay. And then it was like after that, the world just opened up and became a different place. I wasn't worried about what nobody thought no more.
Hold on.
I ain't,
Hold on a second. California, Washington, and Oregon have gone to Biden. Trump has just picked up Wyoming.
Has Texas called yet?
Not yet. Biden is at 192. Trump is at 108.
But to speak to that though, Mario, I think ever since I know you've been one of the coolest cats. I know. I remember when your daughter. This show you how long we've known each other. I knew your baby when she was born. Your daughter.
Yep. Then she on there now. That's her down there in the comment.
I remember her at Warriors, man. I remember her at Warriors. Yeah. And you've been a cool cat. You and Steve have always been cool.
Yeah,
Always been cool, man. And but I think the older we get.
So listen, listen, hold up. We ain't finna do this old guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
I
sir,
understand y'all been around each other for 734 years. I get
Yes,
that.
I'm sorry.
Okay. We ain't finna do all that, man.
Yes, sir. Okay.
He feel left out.
He's a millennial. He doesn't know.
I acquiesce.
That's a
Hey,
big word.
Kayla, wait.
She said, "Hey,
Hey,
but she gonna be out of my pocket in 2 more months, boy."
Hey, Shabba. Untie my bow tie. Who stole my Honda?
Graduate in December, boy. She gonna be out my pocket.
hey, but I was gonna speak to something too, though, James. I was gonna tell you, man. You're a sharp cat. You're a sharp cat. You know what you know.
Oh man, I appreciate it.
No, but I'm just saying, you're a different kind of cat. You know what you know. You're just a different kind of cat. And I think sometimes people are intimidated with a black man knowledge. You have to be careful with that because you can be so secure in yourself, you'll throw a Trump hat on and not worry about, what a nigga think about that. Because you have your own ideas the way you think. Do you know that 65% of black men don't even know who they are?
That's true.
And you get cats like this that knows who they are, and they straightforward. They're not indecisive. Yeah, you're gonna be a threat to somebody. Yeah, somebody's gonna have a problem with you. But this didn't take away from who you are, Mario.
I got something for
you. Who you are, James. I'm just saying.
Mhm.
I ain't blowing no smoke up y'all ass. I'm just telling y'all the truth. That's what I'm
Yeah,
Please
we
don't
got
do that.
Mm-mm. Nah, dude.
Well, I know I'm
No.
that guy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like
that's
I know I'm that guy. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the comment. But you know
Yeah,
what
we
I'm
ain't seen
saying?
somebody walk
Like
past the screen yet, though. So
He said it's a close election. It's going to come down to Arizona, Pennsylvania.
we got Arizona, though.
MI. That's
Michigan.
Michigan and
Trump
Wisconsin.
took Michigan.
Yeah,
Trump took Michigan big.
Okay, see, I need to get off of CNN then, because it's like they behind in what
I
they.
told CBS.
Let me go ahead and switch to something else. C-SPAN, maybe.
Yeah. Trump took Michigan big, man.
Hey, Max said, get your phone fixed first, man.
I don't see Trump taking Michigan. It's only 40% in.
Hey,
So what?
Say what?
Michigan is only 40% in.
He
but
gonna
they
take
just-
Michigan, brother.
They just said on CBS that Trump had it.
No, some of us CBS and some of us C-SPANning.
I'm looking at MSNBC.
No, I ain't watching MSNBC.
They was one of the ones last.
Turn on
4
Fox
years
News.
ago.
No, I
No.
ain't turn on Fox News either.
Turn-
Okay, you watching CNBC?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sitting on CBS in. We don't have cable around here, so I'm online. On my TV, on my Roku.
Oh, he on CBS.
Oh, okay. Well, I was on that actual CBS.
Hey, I do have a question for you, James. How the hell you gonna be so technical?
Uh-huh.
You still got a bootleg phone.
I mean, really?
Everything he do is in 4K, right? How you have a bootleg phone?
Except for that 8 megapixel, that 2 megapixel camera he filmed at the cookout Saturday with.
Listen,
Yeah, yeah.
all a cell phone is needed for us to talk on. That's it.
Oh God.
No, it's
You don't
not.
need it to do nothing else.
I got
You don't
ravers
need it to do
about the
nothing.
commercial, but then you can't even go live to record the fellas because you can't even make out their faces, and then it kept freezing. I'm like, man,
Yeah, freezing. I'm like, man, you killing me over here.
Listen, man. I can talk on it. That's all I need to do.
So like I said, my daughter listened to what I say. She went and voted. She voted. She told her brother, every vote you don't vote for is a double vote for Trump.
Hey, McGinnis putting up his antennas.
WGN, that's Chicago.
All right, I'm gonna fool around. I'm gonna go get me a phone. I'm gonna show y'all something. See.
Yeah,
Hey,
go
man,
ahead, please. Please go ahead and fool around and show us something.
Please. My
Hey,
81-year-old father got an iPhone now.
Look, don't threaten me with a good time.
Oh, Pennsylvania. Oh, Trump up in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Did he jump up?
Man, 56% to 41.
I'm looking at Doug Jones give his
Oh yeah.
his concession speech. I hate that.
That is horrible. There,
That is real hard.
Tommy
to do.
Tuberville.
I mean, dummies voting for dummies.
That black dude gave Lindsey Graham a run, though.
I thought he was gonna get it.
Really?
I just saw that.
I know he wasn't gonna get it, but I knew, but
You
he was
think
giving
he
him a
was?
run.
Yeah, Doc gave Mike Rogers a run for his. When you got somebody that's been sitting that long,
Winfrey,
man, been there 18 years.
Man, Biden is giving the old boy a run in Arizona.
Yeah, he sure is. Yeah. Man, that can't possibly be right. All those states are red.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Jeez.
ABC.
So, guys, nobody responded to me on how the election, how they poll visiting was today. Did they have any trouble? Did y'all see anybody out there with guns? And we had one idiot come through, man. He was in a big old redneck truck with his Trump flags, man. Now the street ain't but this long to go down anyway because it's small, and then we have people on either side parked trying to get to the church. He gonna run through here doing at least 30 down there. And I'm like, man, about to cause an accident.
Yeah, we had a few people. We had a
Having
few
Lee
people in
Greenwood
pickup
pumping on
trucks.
radio.
Yeah, we had some people in pickup trucks, man, riding through some of these polling places we went to. We hit 10 different counties.
I'm getting me a pickup truck.
They had, they was flying their Trump flags and everything, man. There was
me
a
an
lot of
Obama
people out
flag.
voting. A lot of people out voting, man, especially in Auburn. When we went through Auburn, man, them folks was, it was people everywhere. The lines were quarter of a mile long. It was people just wrapped around buildings trying to vote. And, we didn't say anything crazy. Like I said, one polling place was at the jail. Then, of course, you had your people in there, trucks with their, Trump flags and Confederate flags flying and all that stuff, hollering and hooting out the window. But, nothing major. We just hollered and hooted back at them. You know what I'm saying? I yelled your mama at a few people. I told a few people their mama stank. Other than that,
Idiot.
it was just a typical day.
So let me ask you a question. I'm creating a scenario for you. How have you guys prepared yourself for 4 more years of this? Or have
I'm gonna keep doing what I do, homie. I'm gonna keep doing my thing, and I'm gonna keep building.
I told you how I'm prepared.
Well, I was already prepared in that form. Lord Joy, I'm gonna try to do what James Fred is gonna do. I'm gonna try to keep keep pushing. Keep pushing, man. It ain't really nothing you can do, but just go back to the grind, bro. And just take it one day at a time.
Yeah.
We hope he does. We hope if this idiot does win, he does no more damage than he already has.
Oh, there's gonna be more damage. You can forget that.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be worse, honestly.
Well, that all depends, though. I believe we may have the Senate.
No, we got the House.
I know we got the House. The Senate was looking pretty good earlier. I hadn't seen lately what it is.
Still looking good.
If we take the Senate, Donald Trump don't stand a chance.
So we're gonna become the party of no.
Yeah, he doesn't stand a chance.
We're gonna do him like they did Obama.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Good.
They're gonna. Let me tell you something. They are going to impeach Trump the day after he's sworn in again. He might as well get ready.
Say it again.
They are going to impeach him.
So let's go back to that. If he's impeached, so what? Nothing happened the first time.
Right.
He wasn't removed the first time. They have the power. If they control the Senate, they can remove him this time.
Yeah, right. They didn't have the power to kick him out.
Yeah. I think
Okay.
Nina said her experience was great. Only about 25 minutes. There was a large number of minorities there, though. The area is majority Caucasian. Wow, it was nice to see that. That's cool.
That's why I'm confused on why everything is so tough. With the number of black people that I've seen at the polls today, and you saw standing in line and early voted
You got to remember where these areas where I'm at now, in these rural areas, District 3 and District 4, these areas is where the black folks are not voting in. These areas are the problem.
Okay.
If the third district flips, the third district alone could flip this state,
Okay.
but it just doesn't happen. You literally have people that are registered to vote that don't vote.
Well, why, Fred? What are they saying? The reason they're not voting?
The reasons why we talked about earlier. Some of them just don't believe in either candidate. Some of them don't want to do the lesser of two evils. Some people just don't want to go stand in the lines.
Yeah, you're gonna have the same results that you had all the rest of your years.
Yep. But that goes to show you that there's a lot of black people, though, we've been indoctrinated to accept second-class citizenship. So we'll do without those things because we're used to doing without certain things.
Right. That's true. That's true.
Kayla said Auburn did not have a lot of black people voting, at least from what she saw today.
Wow.
They didn't. Not from where we were at. There wasn't.
Really?
No.
Really?
No, sir.
Are we that disenfranchised in places like Auburn and Lafayette and Lynette?
Yep.
We
were at all those places today.
But
A lot of people vote.
Phoenix City was a majority black. Is that not true?
It is, but once again, we weren't there. We weren't at the polls.
Damn.
So can I I'm forever pessimistic. But what does this say about our country that this man for possible 8 years has a chance is going to be in office? What does it say about our country? What does it say about Christians? What does it say about race relations? What does it say?
It says as a country, we suck. That's what it says. It says that that the American people, that white America will fight to the bitter end to keep their seat as the dominant people in this country. They'll fight to the bitter end to hold on to that and try and keep people of color, i.e. black people, second-class citizens by any means.
You just explained racism perfectly. Simply the fear of losing power.
They'll fight to the bitter end.
Go ahead, Lojo. I know you got some thoughts on that. I mean, what does it say about us being the number one moral country in the world? That we go to other countries and tell them that they dictators suck and they s-hole countries and their economy sucks. What does it say about us that that we going around preaching morality, but what does it say to you, Tony? What?
I don't think we're as progressive as we portrayed ourselves to be
during the Obama administration.
Yeah, I don't think we made any. I won't say any headway. I think it's what Mario said. It's a fight to keep a certain amount of authority and power to a certain group of people. And it shows me that black people are not as progressive as we thought we were. Sadly, listening to James, I thought we were doing better than this, man. And it's almost like we're still illiterate. And it's almost like we don't want better for us because we accept the status quo, because we've been completely brainwashed with this whole idea, man. So I think it shows us in a very negative light. And I think we need to go ahead and get our tickets ready, fellas.
I'm with you, brother.
Here's a surprise. Donald Trump takes Mississippi.
Surprise.
Angers me. I'm starting to get heated now because,
How you getting heated, man?
Well, you want to accept this whole idea that we're doing better. You want and maybe I'm naive, but you want to think that we're doing better with everything that's going on. Strives that I thought we would make, and it's obvious and it's apparent. We haven't, man.
Well, I knew it. That was apparent the minute Donald Trump was elected. That was apparent to me. That showed me though that whole 8 years was just a farce. That's what that said to me. That the sight of a black man in a public office offended the quote unquote majority so much that they went to the length to put this idiot with no political experience whatsoever in office. And if he wins again, you have gone to the extent to put him in office for a second term, even though he does not even push your Republic agenda
At all.
But the fact that he allows you, that he condones you being openly racist is enough.
Yeah. It's really sad, man. It's really sad. And that's an arrogance that comes with that too, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if y'all knows that. I was getting some cigars today. I was getting cigars today. And my buddy was getting some cigars yesterday. He said he was standing in line, and the guy in front of him says, "Let me get my Trump cigar." I guess he's gonna start celebrating now because he knew Trump was gonna win.
No Trump gonna win.
Arrogance, man.
It is.
That's an arrogance like none other, man. It's just
It is.
And the sad part of it is you're gonna have these arrogance with people with guns. You gonna have arrogance with people in political power and authorities. You're gonna have an arrogance to say I can do whatever I want.
I want to do.
You think, man, we had a problem with George Floyd and Breonna Taylor? You think that was a problem now?
I think that was a problem.
Wait till you get Billy Bob empowered
yeah.
for another 4 years.
Now you have the Supreme Court, appellate courts, circuit courts, and all of these other courts across the board that have been stacked with these Republican judges.
God,
it's over with. Ain't you?
But then
It's
you got people talking about, I don't care what politics, they gonna do what they gonna do. But then you're gonna be out there marching, and then they're gonna be out there with their ARs shooting at you, pepper spraying you, because they done killed one of your homeboys. But politics don't mean nothing to you.
Mm.
It's really it's sad for our people though.
Sad for what, James?
It's sad for us as a people.
Absolutely.
That we just so many people came out to vote, but then there's so many people who really don't care.
Right.
And we needed every hand on deck to turn this thing around, and we could have. That's the reason they was trying to silence our voice.
Right.
I mean, I ain't like the way this turned. This about to now.
I'm trying to stay optimistic. You know, I'm a glass half empty kind of guy right now. But
I'm an optimist, but I'm also a realist, and I'm looking at it. It's almost like it's deja vu.
Yeah.
4 years ago.
Worse than deja vu, bro.
Huh?
It's almost worse than deja vu. He's not getting some states that Hillary took.
Well, I'm just saying the feeling like
okay.
it's turning already. It's turning already. So, oh boy.
All right, we got about another 15 minutes. I guess we can shut it down, man. Looks like
Shut
we done
it
lost
down.
James for good.
Yeah, James is on the camp, not the campaign trail, but he's at the what is it? He's with his
Right,
what's her name from last night?
Dr. Winfrey, Adia.
I'm saying on the campaign trail, but that's the wrong terminology.
Headquarters, campaign headquarters.
They are the campaign headquarters. That's it. So that's where
Yeah, I just saw that from Mac Leonard. Black folks keep praying, and white folks will continue to knock you out.
That's true.
That's a true statement. And these Christian folks, you can say what you want to, but I think it was Napoleon says, take time to deliberate or take time to pray, but when the time for action has come, stop praying and go in.
In.
And I think that statement, that's our problem, man. That's our problem. They're killing us while we're still trying to spiritualize stuff.
Right.
And that's the part that's getting on my nerve.
And I fall back to what he says. Max says that that's just slave training.
That's slave training.
That's slave training. We've been taught to pray through everything. There comes a time when it's time for action, and even the Bible says it's a time for action.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just time to get off your knees and stop praying and start taking action at some point.
But you would be considered a herod if you tell me as a preacher, tell people that, I mean, okay, yeah, I ain't about to tell you go home and pray. I'm going to do just like Nehemiah did.
What'd they do?
Put a weapon in one hand and keep working in the next.
Right. Built the wall with one hand, built the walls with one hand, and had the machete in the other, Doc.
That's right. And what he did was he got smart. He put his family with the working class. So if Sanballat and Tobias showed up, which was the enemy, I give you a right to kill them because you're gonna protect your family while you're building this wall.
Right.
I think we need to start adjusting our mindset that when we were taught the Bible, and I ain't trying to get into nothing religious, but I'm trying to prove a point. That when they were taught the Bible, they taught the Bible the way they wanted us to see the Bible.
Right.
So this whole idea that we're supposed to turn the cheek every single time. Oh man, miss me with that foolishness. You're not gonna. Right. And the Honorable Louis Farrakhan talks about that.
Oh man,
that's not intelligence, man.
It's not. Oh, he go in on that, Doc. If you slap me on this cheek, I'm supposed to give you the other one, man. What?
But you know what? That's what the Bible says.
That's what it says.
And then they expect us, watch this, to keep turning cheeks. But I only have two, and I'm reluctant about giving you one.
Right.
See?
Okay, I'm starting to get on my little zone.
Right. No, don't go. Don't do it.
It's just it angers me, man. It angers me that we're still this passive and this slave training that we just well, okay. Master said this, and this is what Master said. So we tuck our heads and we run, man. Yeah. And if we raise up and become a voice, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, they kill us.
Yep. They snuff it out.
They kill our prophets, man.
Say what, Steve?
They kill our prophets. And we sometimes kill our own prophets.
We kill our own prophets.
Some of them come by it.
Okay. Who killed Martin Luther?
I think the government killed him.
I think the government killed him.
Somebody gave him up, though.
Oh, no doubt. Somebody told him where it was going to be.
Well, you know,
big man Jesse Jackson.
Yeah, see, I was trying not to say that. I was really trying not to say that, but that's what popular conspiracy theory says.
Are you back,
Who
Jay?
gave up Malcolm?
Huh?
Who gave up Malcolm? The Nation of Islam.
Oh, the nation. Yeah. I would think you were talking about an individual.
I'm just saying. We're killing our own self. That's what I'm saying.
What'd you say, James?
I'm probably going to drop back off, y'all, because I'm leaving my Wi-Fi. But said I'm probably going to drop back off again because I'm leaving my Wi-Fi. We getting ready to head back in.
Right. We heard you. We heard you. We understand. We about to wrap up anyway here in a minute, dude.
I appreciate it.
When do we get to the point, fellas, where we stand behind the person who has the voice? And say, if you kill them, you got to kill all of us.
You got to kill all of us.
Isn't that what they're doing with Trump? They're backing this.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. That's exactly it.
And they saying, we dare you to touch him. We don't care that he's stupid as hell.
Right.
You better not touch him.
That's exactly.
That's
it.
because we got crabs for.
Right.
I'm gonna say leaders. I mean, come on, man. Look at Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying?
The troll looking ass boy. They got.
I mean, I'm just saying though.
Yeah.
They know how to tap into. And what's his name said it? Malcolm X said it best. I watched it the other day. He said, "What white singer, what white trumpet player, what white entertainer is a leader?
He's a political leader for
None of them. But they keep grabbing our entertainers and turning them.
And that little heifer, what's her name? Damn, put Candace on.
Candace Owens.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and so. Yeah. Now the hell with her, dude.
In the words of James, your mama.
Her mama stank.
My mama stank.
So we about to shut it down, y'all. So do you think that this is going to affect Lil Wayne's crowd, or Ice Cube's crowd, or the people that have?
He done, y'all. I think he done.
I don't think Lil Wayne done. I'm gonna tell you why. Lil Wayne audience is not
It's not black.
it's not black anymore.
Oh.
Lil Wayne crossed that divide, and a lot of people that listen to Lil Wayne now are suburban white folk.
That's why that nigga started skateboarding and shit. I mean, stuff. Excuse me.
Yeah. His audience became, suburban white folk. So with that said, it didn't really hurt his base. It really didn't.
Right.
Any cat to say that he's never experienced racism, a black guy to say he's never experienced racism in his lifetime. Come on, man. I've never seen it. When I saw that interview, I was looking, my jaw dropped to the ground. Nigga, you from Louisiana? What are you?
Right.
You from New Orleans?
Mhm.
Huh?
What is it, Third Ward?
One of them wards.
Who then has left the building.
Yeah.
I'm so tired of us just being passive. My therapist said something to me one day last year. She says, we're the only people with amazing coping skills.
That was good.
They wrong, they unhealthy, but we'll cope with anything.
Yes, we will.
Lights get turned off, go light some candles.
Right, we'll deal with it.
We'll deal with it. Somebody mistreat us, they tell us to forgive. She said we're the only people and group of people that has been as forgiving than any group of people in the history.
Right. Part of that slave training, sir.
Part of the slave trade.
Part of that slave training.
Master said he's sorry.
Right. He didn't mean it.
Man, come on.
So here's a double-edged sword question. Because we forgive so much, is that why we survive so much?
Okay. Are we
suffer so much?
We suffer, that is. We suffer.
We suffer, but we still alive.
But
I mean, just think about the principle of forgiveness.
By forgiving, you release, or whatever. That's what you're trying to say. Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, yeah. I mean, we know, biblically, the forgiving thing is the thing that we should be doing. And is that why we as a people?
Okay.
I mean, why we haven't come to blows and outright civil war and chaos? I'm just asking a provoking question. That's all.
Okay. Well, let me answer a question with a question.
Okay.
Why are they still here and they're not forgiving?
That's a good question.
Oh,
you see what I'm saying?
That's a good question.
That's good.
That's good.
Okay. There you go.
And guess what? They know we're gonna forgive, so they continue to use us.
Say what now? Say that one more time.
They know we're gonna forgive, so they take the position of superiority over us. Says, "Oh, yeah, they don't."
Then should we stop forgiving then and take that role that they take?
Yeah. I say yes.
Okay.
I'm-
Are we
I'm
ready for
sorry.
that? Now here's the other question. Are we ready for that smoke?
I
As a people.
as a people, are we ready for the smoke? If we ain't ready for it, I bet you, like anything else, we'll adapt to it too.
Okay. Because the question,
Again, Steve, what you say?
if we treat those, if we treat them how they treat us, there's going to be an uprising, right? There's going to be a war because they won't give up power. Do we know how to farm land? Do we know how to produce products? Do we know how to make steel? Do we know how to produce the things that we're going to need as a people to combat them?
How was soul? I'll answer your question by asking you this.
Okay.
How was soul food discovered?
You took it out my mouth. You took it out my mouth. I was gonna say it.
I understand how soul food was discovered.
We
but
made
They brought us to land, Steve. They brought us to land that we knew nothing about.
Say that one more
Just
time.
like you wonderful black kings that are on this fucking call.
Right.
Come on, boy.
You adjusted.
You adjusted.
And guess what you did?
What you do?
You showed them motherfuckers how to do stuff 13 different ways.
Come on.
Hell yeah, we can adjust. Hell yeah, we can farm. We taught them bitches how. Oh Lord Jesus, let me turn my mic off.
Right. We made a delicacy out of pig intestines.
Out of pig intestines.
Right.
So are we ready for that smoke? Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. What we don't know, we'll adjust and figure it out on the fly. That's who we are as black people. And
Dude, we can adjust. I'm
Okay.
telling you.
I mean,
We
I'm
can
just
do it.
asking. I'm just asking. Look, don't get mad at me, y'all. I'm just
No,
asking
man.
questions.
No.
but you
They
touched
thought
the
provoking
nerve,
questions, Steve.
Huh?
They thought provoking questions because
Yeah.
most black people don't know that they can adjust and still be great at the same time.
Right.
You brought us over here, stripped us of our culture, our language, and all of that, and then we had to learn your culture, and now we do it better than you.
Right.
And when I say you, I'm talking about the savages from the Caucasus Mountains.
Come on, sir.
Wow. You better.
Come on, sir.
We do everything better than them. That's why they don't like us.
Right.
Come on, sir.
And so for me, Steve,
Mm-hmm.
for me, I think we are the threat. We are the threat. So something happened up here in Madison. Watch this. There was this Indian dude who was walking down the street. He didn't know our culture. He didn't know you can't be looking at people's windows. But he was walking through a neighborhood. Our neighborhood, houses cost $400,000, $500,000, right? They call the police on him. Madison shows up and they slam this Indian man.
I remember that.
You know what Indian did?
What did he
They
do?
sent a representative from Indian over here and said, okay, no, we ain't gonna tolerate that. No. You're not gonna put your hands on our people. They sent a representative. Now there's a working relationship with the Indian community in Madison, Alabama. Have we ever had representation like that?
No, we too divided.
We've always had to defend ourselves. There's not a country that's bad enough that send a representative over here and say, hey, don't put your hands on them over. If you do, there's going to be a price to pay for it. So, yeah, man, I think we can adjust. I think we have been. I think we have adjusted. And I'm at this point now. If you put your hands on my brother or my sisters and I see it, I'm getting involved.
Coming to holler at you. Coming to see about you. Coming to see about you.
Amen.
All right, y'all.
I think, yeah,
We've
we are
been on for 2 hours, guys. And it won't be called tonight. I don't think it will be. But I just thought we'd like to come on, man, and just share with everybody how we feeling and how it's looking. Just if for anybody that want to not too much care about the election, but we do. We just want to at least give an alternative for a moment. I don't even have it. I don't even know what to say, man. Biden is up right now, but man, Ohio's not looking good. Florida's not looking good. And Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy,
And
It's gonna be a long night.
it's gonna be a long night. Biden wins Oregon.
yeah, he got Oregon and he got the whole West Coast.
Look at that.
They say it's leaning toward Trump in Florida, so I was hoping we got Florida.
Michigan, he's up. Biden is up in Minnesota. Wisconsin is Trump.
So Arizona, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, guys. That's it. Thank you, Miss Nina.
What she said.
Too good, thought-provoking hours, guys. Good job. We aim to please. We aim to please. We do our best.
Steve, those were good questions, man. It's gonna make people think. Really was, dude.
It really was. That was good.
Because for real though, we need to be prepared as a people. Economically, physically, and mentally, militarily, if we go down those roads. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because some of us just want to fight for fighting's sake. But no man, what the Bible say? You don't start a war unless you count the cost.
Right.
Mhm.
And it's no need of us being emotional about fighting and not smart about fighting. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And I think my thing is, before we fight, let's think it through. Let's think it through. And I'm with you, Lovejoy and Mario. We adapt to anything and everything we need to survive. You know, my only thing is I think we move too far in emotion without considering the cost
We do.
of war.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have to consider the cost of war. No man builds a house and no man goes to war without counting the cost.
That's true. That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So that's my only thing. That's the diplomatic side of me. Sorry. So all right, guys.
Yeah.
I'm willing to go to war. I'm
We
willing to go
need-
to war, but I'm gonna count. We got to count the cost,
Yeah.
because if you don't count the cost,
How do you fight? Okay, Steve. How do you fight a civil war with uncivil people?
you got to be smarter than them, because they're gonna do anything necessary, right?
Yeah.
And so,
We're
but you
trying
have
to be civilized now, right?
huh?
We're trying to be civilized, right?
No. If we got to fight, if they're gonna be guerrilla tactics, we got to be guerrilla tactics.
I agree with that.
We can't do what the British did. They came over here and they tried to fight their way. They fight over in England and they got massacred with the American Revolution. They got massacred because America used guerrilla tactics. They was open field war.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So if they use guerrilla tactics, we got to be guerrilla tactics, but we got to know what guerrilla tactics are.
Mhm.
Okay. I get you. Y'all just need to put me in infantry or something. Don't put me in intelligence or the smart part. Just let me fight, because you're right, Steve. My thing is, I'm emotional, man.
Yeah.
I'm emotional.
Yeah.
But I want to get you. I'm gonna get you. Now I may be part of a special unit or something that's sneaking your camp and stab you in the chest and look you in your eyes and kill you that way. But we need you in the strategy room.
Yeah.
Send love your crazy ass. And, let them sneak behind the enemy line.
Perch me in a tree and give me a long range rifle with a scope on it.
Yeah.
I pick off all you need me to pick off.
All right, y'all. It's
All
been a
right.
night. Mario about to fall asleep. I'm tired too, man. I gotta go to work in the morning. And y'all have a blessed night, man. Y'all pray for this country. We don't know what the next 4 years is gonna be like, man. But for the black man, we gotta be smarter about this.
Yeah.
We gotta be smarter about this. As a people, we gotta be smarter about this.
People.
Oh boy.
James Fred is right. We are
What?
not handing down good knowledge or information to our kids.
Who said that?
James
Yeah.
Fred.
Where James at?
He been gone.
Oh, I thought he just.
No, he made the comment earlier.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right, guys. It's been
How
four
about
black
y'all?
guys. Put your fours up. We'll see y'all Sunday.
All
Be
right.
blessed, guys.